German battleships, early access. We're going to be going through a bunch of stuff today. I'm going to try to make this as condensed as possible to not waste anyone's time. So we're just going to kind of speed run through a lot of details about this event and what my recommendations are for going through this event. First and foremost, avoid the tier 3 through 9 ships. Don't spend any money trying to get those. If your entire goal is to get through an entire tech tree line, the new line, then what I recommend is actually you just try your chance at the auction. Because, as I'm about to go into much deeper later, the bare minimum that you would have to spend in order to get the tier 9 is 17,000 doubloons. So you might as well just take a shot in the dark and just try and get the tier 10 for that same amount of money. If you're going to spend money, at least try that first. If you're not going to spend any money, then this doesn't even matter to you because you can get the tier 7 up to the tier 7 for free anyways. But for those who are going to be spending money, and your entire goal is to get through the tech tree line, then just try the auction first. That is the best bang for your buck. And then if you don't win, sure, then go for the tier 9. There's no harm, no foul there. So now that that's out of the way, let's actually dive a little bit deeper into the event and go over some of the details about how you can obtain the German tokens and the spending structure of all the ships going down through the tier 9 to the permanent camo for the tier 10. So how can you obtain German tokens? There are 4 ways that you can obtain German tokens. The first is the daily armory freebies. You have 5 chances of getting 20 tokens per drop. That's a total of 100 German tokens if you log in every day and just obtain the free stuff. Then there are the personal challenges that can get you 2,550 German tokens. Community tokens can be spent on German tokens for a total of 600 German tokens. And then finally, random bundles, where you'll be spending your doubloons to get those random bundles. You can obtain up to 6,000 German tokens, which is honestly a lot of money to do so. Like I touched on briefly earlier in this video, you can get the tier 3 through the tier 7 completely for free just by doing the personal challenges, which I think is great. That's a great change, and I hope that that's here to stay, where you can get up to the tier 7 completely for free just by grinding your normal ships. But if you want to get anything higher than the tier 7, for instance the tier 8 or the tier 9, you will be spending doubloons on random bundles to obtain those. So okay, scenario time. Let's say that you missed out on the auction and you didn't get it, but you still want the tier 9. Here are the different scenarios that you can actually look forward to in obtaining that tier 9. Scenario 1. You do all the free stuff, you do all the personal challenges, you get all the daily armory freebies, and you even spend your community tokens in order to get the German tokens from the armory. In total, that will net you 3,250 German tokens, leaving you with 1,700 German tokens left that you need in order to get the tier 9, which will cost you 34 random bundles, which will then cost you 17,000 doubloons. Kind of like how I talked about at the beginning of the video, that is the bare minimum by doing all the free stuff. So now scenario 2. Let's say you don't want to spend your community tokens. This is where I fall. I don't want to spend my community tokens because I want to save up for another ship in the armory. So we do the daily armory freebies, we do the personal challenges, but not the community tokens. In total, that will leave us still needing 2,300 German tokens, or 46 random bundles, at a total cost of 23,000 doubloons. Next, scenario 3. Let's say that you don't log in every day and you don't get the freebies from the daily armory freebies. And you also don't spend your community tokens, leaving just the personal challenges. And you do all of them to get the total of 2,550 German tokens. That still leaves you needing 2,400 German tokens to get the tier 9, or 48 random bundles, for a grand total of 24,000 doubloons. Then lastly, scenario 4. Which is the pockets deep scenario, where you do nothing else other than stick your hand deep in your wallet and pay the full amount to go all the way right now, which I've already seen people do this. To do this, you will need to buy 99 random bundles for a grand total of 49,500 doubloons, or just under $200 US. So that's it. That is the summary of the event and a quick bite. I hope that this was really helpful for you. Maybe if you just didn't know much about the event and you're going to go about this the free way, go for it if you're going to be spending money. I hope that my tips and my trick about going about this event was helpful in some way, and that you go into this more knowledgeable than you did before. So with that, I will end it there. Have a good one, everyone.